So today marks 1 year of the best decision I've ever made in my life. So I get the same questions asked by almost all the customers at Katanan Bridge. And I know not all of you have been able to visit me yet, so probably wondering some of the same things. So I thought I would answer here. My name is Barbie. I'm originally from the United States, and everyone asks me how I ended up here in the Philippines. And I always like to say that the Philippines chose me, because it's absolutely no coincidence that I end up on the complete other side of the world. And I just feel so connected to the people here and the culture and everything. I cannot explain it. I'm from a small town in Michigan, and I never felt like I belonged there. I never felt like I fit in with anybody there. And I always felt very different than everybody. And I even felt lonely at times, especially in high school, because I didn't feel like I wanted to be friends with the people that I was surrounded by. But I eventually learned and trusted that there was something else better for me out there. God knew I needed to be here, and if I never had any of those feelings, I would have never ended up here. I was definitely Filipina in my past life.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Mark Stream to the Philippines. Today I'm continuing my mini-series about female solo travelers here. Doing something a little different. Usually I'm a men's channel, but we're honoring the women this week, especially the cool ones who came over here to find a new and better life, to find a better way. Not the angry, bitter ones back home that we tried to avoid why we came here in the first place. But yeah, if you like it, I hope you like the video and stay tuned. One of the reasons I'm doing this mini-series about female solo travelers here, specifically American and Western women, is to show how safe it is and to show from a female perspective their experiences and their stories, their testimony and everything. Like, does she look scared? Does she look like she's starving in a third world country and that she misses back home, where you work 40 to 60 hours a week or more and have nothing to show for it, where relationships are all toxic and no one trusts each other, and everyone just plays games in situationships and other nonsense? No, she's living her best life. She found a better life. It is a different way of life, but she's striving, and this change, this way of life can be yours too.
So this week we went to 3 fiestas, and today I was still craving lechon, so this time we had to make it ourselves. And that's just how you get this really yummy lami kayo sarap skin, because you have to turn it for 2 to 4 hours. So it's a lot of work, it's hot, but it's worth it, especially when you have good company to do it with here.
So I watched her for a little bit and I noticed a few things. One, she's adapted to the culture. She's much happier than she was ever back home, by her own testimony of earlier. And she just loves the people. They're very friendly, and they look how much they just embraced her as one of their own. And she loves the kids. She loves to go singing and dancing and do karaoke. She's very involved with the fitness community here. Does gymnastics and flips and stuff. She sells her ice cream here, and it's very popular. And what's really cool is she gives it away for free to a lot of the children, the local children. And that's really cool that she helps people out like that. And she's living her best life. And could you imagine like the difference between this and living back home in the States, where everything's just so depressing all the time? with the recession and the middle class is dead and, inflation and how terrible the dollar is and how you just work all the time, you have nothing to show for it, and you're just depressed and how bad relationships are. But here, everyone knows her, like everyone knows your neighbor, everyone knows her name, and she's happy and thriving. Like, this life is possible for both men and women.
After living in the Philippines for 2 years now, I took a second to reflect back on the way that I used to live in the United States, which for me was a very toxic, unnecessary lifestyle. The things that I quote unquote gave up were so easy for me to do here because I think it's a much better way of living, so much more simple, and it makes a lot more sense. It has really opened up my eyes to see what I need to truly live happily.
Yeah, she gave up a lot. You give up a bunch of modern conveniences like a washer and dryer and toilet paper and stuff. But look at what she gained. She gained friendship and community and peace and relaxation and happiness. And stuff like that money just can't buy. Though our money does go a lot further here, so that definitely helps a lot too. But you can ask her and others, like, would you give it all up if you could, or go back in time and do things differently? And I guarantee you she would say absolutely not. Like, stuff doesn't make you happy. It's the family and friends and memories that you truly cherish.
The Philippines has taught me so many things, like how to drive a manual bike. The first bike I bought here was a cafe racer, and I didn't know how to drive it, so I went with one of my local friends and they helped me pick it up, and we took it home and they taught me for about an hour how to drive it. It was a scrambler, so it was a complete headache at first, and I even had to kickstart it, but now I know a lot more about bikes.
Like, notice how it was her friends who helped her. They not only helped her pick out the bike, but they taught her how to ride it. Like, your sense of community and belonging here, I keep going back to that over and over again, because it's so important. Like, they didn't have to do that, but they wanted to, because they cared about her.
Hi, boys!
Hug lagi ko no, hug. Dali, dali, dali.
What we have here today is actually a beautiful love story. We thought it was a vlog about just a woman traveling overseas and then staying here permanently, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. This is a love story of her falling in love with the nation and the Philippines and the people and their kindness, and how it just changed her life and just completely transformed it. I often call it like the promised land or paradise here, and it really is. And I don't want to say there's no problems or anything, because there's definitely crime and poverty, especially in some of the big cities. But the opportunity here is just so amazing, and I just want to give everyone that, like, just a small taste of it. Men and women, like, it really is the promised land of paradise, guys. Especially if you let it. Oh, and speaking of love story, we often hear about the men coming overseas and to find true love. Funny enough, it happens to some Western women too, to some foreign women. They find true love here too. And this ends on a happy note. It's pretty cool.
Let's go, Kuya! Hamata!
Yeah, hello.
Hello!
Hello.
We're going to the Hamata, mangroves?
Mangrove.
Okay,
Mangrove ka.
to the mangrove!
I don't wanna live with you, the one. The party without the none. And I'll be the way that we can't meet the one. Love and know what you want.
So that's really awesome. She definitely deserves it. I'm really happy that she found someone. And definitely check out her TikTok and check out her social media. Yeah, that's it for today's video. Let me know if you liked it or not. If you did, please hit that like button. It really helps out the channel. And consider subscribing. I do a bunch of videos like this retiring young, being a digital nomad, life here in the Philippines, and all that. I really appreciate it. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. God bless. Peace.